Good morning.
Morning, peeps.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to you.
Musical theater.
There we go.
She's Pickle Lady.
Here I am.
I'm her sidekick, Skunk Pig. We realtors here in Prescott, Arizona, and we're coming at you live.
That's right.
Well, it's for recording, but we're recorded it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
we're live now. We're not dead.
So, not
That
yet.
would not make a good video.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Though.
Yeah.
Could be on one of those crime shows.
Yeah.
The case of the missing realtors.
So this is
But they'd get rid of you right away.
There you go.
They'd take me, but they'd leave him.
Yeah, I think they would. This is a video primarily for sellers.
Yes.
Primarily for sellers. So you put your home on the market, you price it kind of where you think it should be, maybe a little higher than what you think it ought to be. Give you a wiggle room. I've heard the wiggle room a lot.
Wiggle, wiggle.
And then you get your first offer. And the offer is not what you think it ought to be.
Right. Most people think we're back in COVID times when things were booming and then you'd get 10 offers and you were coming in way overpriced. That's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to adjust your expectation.
Yes.
We're kind of back to the old-fashioned days again where maybe you might get 1 or 2 offers, but people are really not coming in over and some aren't even coming ask. If the house is brand new on the market, they might come in and ask because they know you've barely been on the market and they want to wrap it up. If it's been on the market much longer than that, they might want to nip a little bit. And then you as the seller will say, well, I don't want a nip. I want what happened in COVID. Let it go.
Yes.
Let it go. Let it go. That's a Frozen song.
Anyway. I know that. So one of the old adages of real estate, and maybe you've heard this, is that usually your first offer is your best offer.
Yep.
Which sounds counterintuitive, and people have heard it, but most people don't believe it. So we thought we'd talk about why that is.
Yeah.
Why
and
your
it's
first
very
offer
important,
is probably going to be your best.
Especially if your first offer is cash.
Yeah.
Honestly, take the money and run.
Yes.
Do not quibble and go back and forth. You irritate, especially if you're the buyer. If you keep trying to go back and forth and renegotiate, after a while the seller shuts down and says, never mind. So go in with your best and the best that you can. And if you want to nip them a little bit, that's fine. But if it's cash and you're the seller, you really should grab that.
Yes.
Seller, if you get an offer that's all cash and maybe it isn't coming in at $500,000 that you wanted, but it's coming in at $480,000, you're quibbling. At that point, grab it.
Particularly now that our price points are getting higher and higher. It's if you're selling a home for $250,000, $20,000 is a lot. If you're selling a home for $1.5 million, $20,000 in the scheme of things is not so much.
Yeah,
so,
let that go. Let that go, and just especially cash is king, as we all know. You'll have a faster close.
Yes. It's
not subject to appraisal. It just is a much simpler, faster process. So if you pass on that and say, no, I wanted 20,000 more, you may sit in the market another 4 or 5 weeks of hell of showing your house and keeping it clean till that next buyer comes along. So if it's within reason, I would never say if they come in 100,000 less. Oh yeah. No, absolutely not. What's fair is fair.
Yes.
But,
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, you think, okay, well, if I turn this offer down, they're going to think about it a few days and they're going to come back to me. No, they're going to go look at other homes.
They will, because they'll be irritated and they're like, I gave you a great offer and it was all cash.
Yeah.
Really? Or, we have a good loan and we're putting down a huge down payment. This is a good offer.
Yeah.
It kind of turns people off.
Yes.
Very rarely will they come back and circle back. So our deal is if we think it's a really fair and decent price and within reason and reasonable, just take it.
Yes.
And I've sold many houses of my own. It's torture, you know that. It's torture when you're out there trying to sell a house and keep it clean and leave and
people know that.
Yeah.
And people know that.
And so if you get a really reasonable, good offer, we always say, think about this hard. Don't just shoot it down.
And here's the other thing. This is the reason why your first offer is usually your best. First of all, particularly in Prescott, now that COVID's over, it is very rare for us to have a bidding war.
Yes.
Buyers, for the most part, are coming in from out of town. They're not here. If you're in a place like Phoenix and all the buyers are already in Phoenix, they're there, they can fight with one another. Generally, you deal with one buyer at a time as they come in town. So the bidding war thing has gotten very rare
That's true.
now that COVID's over. So, swallow that and digest that. That's an important piece of information. The other is, there are people out there, they refuse to pay list price. They're going to nip you either a little bit or a lot, but they're not going to bid. It's just against their religion. Okay. So think about these people for a minute. If you have been on the market for one day, how much are they going to nip you? Not much, because you just went on the market. It's a new home. It's still got a lot of showings, and you're not tired of selling yet. You've been on the market for 90 days. Now they're going to nip you harder.
They are.
That's why.
Because they know you're tired.
They know you're tired.
They know you're worn out.
That's why. Yep. That's why. Because the chances are the buyers are not looking at the home as a seller. They're looking at it as a buyer. They don't want to pay list. They want to pay something less. And the longer you've been on the market, the more they're going to nip you.
Yeah.
So look long and hard at that first offer, because there's a lot of information there. That is somebody who's nipping you, but the people in the future are probably going to nip you more.
Even more.
Because
they know you're desperate.
Yes.
Not that you're desperate, but you might be, I've got to move.
Yes.
I'm trying to buy this other house. This one has to sell.
Yes.
And it just creates so much more anxiety and fear and desperation. You don't need all that.
Yes.
You don't need all that. So
now we're not talking about lowball offers.
absolutely not. I don't
that's
like
a different
lowball.
animal.
No. Don't even do
we
that.
We don't deal a lot with investors, but typically when we do, they have a tendency to lowball, which is really frustrating for everyone. We're not really talking about that. We're talking about people who are making what they think is a fair offer for a home pretty close to market value.
They might be coming in 10 or 15,000 less.
Yeah.
It's a respectable offer. I think lowball, people who deliberately lowball, it's a lack of respect. And I kind of steer away from that because it's, let's not insult people.
Yeah. Unless the home's been on for a year.
Oh, yeah.
And it's obviously there's some issues. Okay, that's a different story. But the investors are.
You want to create goodwill and good karma with this future business transaction. Yeah. And if you come in rude and you lowball and you this and you that and you keep going back and forth and dickering, it shuts people down.
Yeah. So for buyers, I'll share with you my negotiating secret as a buyer. You want to look for the screw it price. Okay, that's going to be the best price you can get a home. Is the screw it price.
Yes.
So here's the way that works. So if you price a home respectively but kind of on the low side, chances are the seller is going to counter. If they counter, they're going to counter pretty close to list price. Okay? The best first offer you can make is what I call the screw it price. You give the seller the price. Not really happy with the price, but it's close enough. Is it really worth countering? I don't know. Screw it. I'll just take it. That's the best possible price you can get.
We love that. That little psychological, we try to find that sweet spot that people are like,
if you go a little lower than that, they're going to counter. You end up paying more.
Yeah.
So the best possible first offer is the screw it price.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's our tip. That's a good tip.
Whole bunch of tips.
Yeah. We gave a whole bunch.
Yeah. If you like tips, the place to go is pickle411.com. That's our free information site. Whether you're a buyer, seller, or somewhere in between, there's something waiting for you that will amaze, astound, inform, entertain, and just overwhelm you with our generosity because it's all free.
Well, and sometimes anger you.
Yeah.
I love those angry emails.
Angry emails. Yeah.
Angry emails.
Yeah, we get some of those.
It really starts my day off great.
people, we tell it like it is. If you're not happy with that, don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, we're just telling it as best we
We are
know it.
truth sayers.
Yeah, truth sayers, not soothsayers.
Yeah.
Although I can say sooth.
Soothsayers.
Sooth, I can say it, but I'm not a soothsayer. I'm a truth sayer.
Or truth sayers.
Truth soothsayers. Truth. All right, I give up.
Okay, hope to see you soon. Come visit us. Give us a call. We'll take you around. We'll have a grand old time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.